wanted Donald Trump. They wanted an outsider. They wanted someone who wasn't a politician. That's what the generals did with him. They're throwing a secret behind-the-scenes coup d'etat. All the laws and orders that show the National Guard are active every single day. The National Guard out of their states every single day. That's not part of their little 2-week plan that, oh, the National Guard have 2 weeks of back to do it. No, I have documentation on those documents showing them out of their states every single day, all the way back to January 2021 and before. So when you put all that together, that's why I'm pumped up, because Trump getting quote-unquote indicted is part of that plan. Because when you go read that executive order, you're like, wait, no foreign power, okay, no alternate outcome. That means the whole outcome. And then the vote tabulation cancels out J6. It actually shows you J6 was a part of the plan too. And then when you go look at, the military made who? Biden, the fake Biden campaign half of 2020 about shut down Guantanamo Bay. If he was president, he'd have the same powers as every other president. He had shut it down. He hasn't revoked Executive Order 13823. I got documentation. I just posted it today. Gitmo plane in the sky going back and forth from Florida to Gitmo, back and forth every single day. 2 other words. Space Force. Donald Trump established the Space Force December the 20th, 2019. There's 2 words that have never been uttered, stuttered, or stammered out of the flapping flesh gums of Sleepy Joe, whether you think he's real or not, which we know he's not. But Space Force. Why did the Army and the Navy transfer all communications in August and December 2022 to the Space Force? All communications to be under one command. Who's that commander? Oh, I think the guy who established the Space Force, who talks about the Space Force, who wears the medallion on his arm, who when you walk in Trump International, the first logo you see on the right is Space Force, right? So then you go look at what? One more thing that proves the point. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court and all courts, all of Congress are under a continuity of government. Federal Continuity Directives 1 and 2 issued January 17, 2017 and June 13, 2017. So 3 days before Trump took office, and then 5 months in, which shows what? It's continuous. It means this is really happening. And it shows all 3 branches of government under a continuity government. So that means all the courts knows what's going on. All the who know what's going on, Congress. So what Executive Order 13848 did, it set a trap for all governors, attorney generals, judges, and lawyers that were all Obama, Bush, and Clinton appointed, the ones that don't want to uphold the laws and the orders that were put into place. That's what that order did, because he signed it 2 months before any election under him, which means what? The only evidence they had of voter fraud was 2016 and prior, which will vindicate Lou Dobbs in 2007, who got fired for saying Dominion systems would have future implications on elections. He got fired, okay? Donald Trump has said some things that are very calm. He said recently at Waco, he said, we will be vindicated. We will be vindicated. They're exposing. Donald Trump said, we have it all. We've caught them all. We equals military intelligence. When he was inaugurated on January 20th, 2017, to his right and to his left are 2 military officers, which were an optic comm, what we call optic comms in the military, on the headband. Military intelligence and judge advocate generals. He was setting the precedent of what was about to come, and he specifically said, we have it all, we've caught them all, and all evidence and crimes will be displayed to the public in full accordance with the law. So that's what we're watching, and we're watching 2 things go on. We're watching a simultaneous military operation cleaning out drug trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Also, a quantum financial system, bringing back our gold standard, a blockchain technology, the quantum financial system, the quantum.gov, which they have on their site right now, World Quantum Day coming April the 14th. And we're also watching Donald Trump dismantle the rhinos, the festering rot of D.C., and he said we're going to do what? Obliterate the deep state. We're going to knock out 85% of street crime and gangs, and we're going to tear down some bad and ugly buildings. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Emergency alert system, which are all in the federal continuity directives. It tells you all about the emergency response groups, the EAS, the emergency communications, and then Donald Trump said one more thing as I close. Pretty soon we're going to put our beautiful flag on the surface of Mars. Military Auxiliary Radio System. That was November the 15th, 2022. And here we are now and he's making all these comments about tearing down bad and ugly buildings, obliterating the deep state. That means martial law. That means our National Guard are going to hit a button, that one command, that one voice. World War II history is going to repeat, and all these National Guard are going to swarm these cities and take out some bad dudes and treated as they should be treated, as criminals. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to see the EAS when it's hit, whenever that is. I don't know the timeline. I just know by laws and orders it forms a true blueprint that I'm known for. But laws and orders truly form a blueprint in .gov and .military sites. And you got to know where that line was drawn in the sand. Us cowboys know about the Alamo, right? The line that was drawn in the sand. Well, the line was drawn in 2016. That's when the line was drawn. That's when the laws and orders changed. The Law of War Manual. You had the Uniform Code of Military Justice. It got updated. There's a lot of stuff. There was a line drawn in the sand. So all this stuff is what we call a dog and pony show. You have to have distractions with a continuity of government. You know, you have to be willing to go read this stuff. But it's a dog and pony show. It's all been planned. It's all part of lassoing all these evil people and exposing them. And there's going to be a lot of Republicans too. This ain't just Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. So this ain't no party bullcrap thing. Get that out of your head. Understand this is good versus evil, and the good guys are in control. We are all going to take this baby back over. Donald Trump said, "You're going to do what? Get back to the people." But you can't have that responsibility if you don't know what your responsibility is. And no, you don't have to be a lawyer or a congressman or any of that nature to understand what's going on. And once you read them, it's going to click, and then you're going to be like me, smiling, going, "This is all part of the plan." Donald Trump is schooling all of them.
He is. Trolling them too.
Let's just be honest. Once again, on January 20th, 2021, Donald John Trump had 4 cannons. You can go all the way back to JFK, all the visuals on YouTube. Every presidential inauguration, the 3rd Infantry Division, also known as the Old Guard, also known as the official presidential salute battery, was with Donald John Trump at Joint Base Andrews with 4 cannons. That's a presidential inauguration. All funerals are also performed by the Army. All right. On January 20th, 2021, when 7.5 billion people thought they witnessed Joe Biden having an inauguration, they witnessed a 3-volley salute, 3 cannons, which means not a 21-gun salute. It is a full-grade military funeral service. That is the ultimate Donald Trump. Woo! Come on.
It's important, right, Juan, which you've said many times, that Trump is out of the picture for what is coming, correct?
Well, out of the picture as far as actually being at the helm back in the presidency. Let's say some bizarre thing happened and Trump was miraculously put back as president of the United States.
Commander-in-Chief, which he already is. Commander-in-Chief, which he already is.
When this election is over, I will be the President of the United States. You will be vindicated and proud, and the thugs and criminals who are corrupting our justice system will be defeated, discredited, and totally disgraced. That's what's happening. That's what's happening.